so when you're jacking up a vehicle, always use jack stands. You don't want a car to fall on you.
What a great spot to say that. There's no wire.
There's no clip on that wire, brother.
It's completely gone.
We're gonna talk about what we need to do to the old Volvo because the check engine light came on.
Well, the issue that we're having now with the check engine light is actually just a persisting ABS sensor issue. Now, it was faulty signal before, like a couple months ago, and the car was kind of acting funny with the transmission, and we'll get more into that in a second. We actually are gonna show you now of what we're actually seeing. This sensor, and you're probably wondering, like, where does it go? Well, on these Volvos, you've got 4 different points of ABS sensors, so you got 4 for all 4 wheels. And that's where it connects to on the harness, if you're wondering. It's by the strut tower on your Volvo if you're trying to replace it. And there's a little wire harness that goes into the firewall. And it's on the very right side of it. What it's supposed to do is actually sit on the corner just like that. But on that side, the clips are...
A little,
the clips are broken, so it's just hanging there.
Yep.
That's probably why our check engine light is so persistent, because, well, I have one half here, and the other half is still on the car just by itself.
I'll show you what I found. So we're looking in here, and I pulled, I'm like...
There's no wire.
There's no clip on that wire, brother.
It's completely gone.
She's gone.
It used to be super longer.
Yep.
With that piece.
And we'll go through here, and up through there. But no, not anymore. She's bye.
What happened was it was probably sitting or hanging by itself for a while, so the clip broke and it fell through. Actually, it doesn't look like the clip even broke on here. It probably wasn't plugged in all the way from whatever previous issue. Look what else we found. You know, I didn't realize what's happening. You see this piece right here? It looks like squishy rubber, and it's, you know, it's dirty, but yeah.
You see that? But right there, the boot is gone.
Our boot's completely gone.
Yeah.
It's just the axle, and you can see the bearings inside as well. Yeah, that's not good.
We got a 10 mil. I just unscrewed it. The sensor sits down here on top of the wheel. Oh, look at that. Whoop, came right out.
Probably should go with a Volvo one like we always tell you guys, but...
when duty calls, duty calls.
Duty calls. It's supposed to be really long, and obviously, this sensor is not even close to being the same length. You know, for Volvo being Volvo, this is probably one of the easier jobs to do.
Facts. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. I'm sorry. All right, guys. So when you're jacking up a vehicle, always use jack stands. You don't want a car to fall on you.
What a great spot to say that when you're actually
in a wheel
in a wheel well when it's, you know, not that far off the ground.
But still, you never know. You don't want to get crushed. This literally was, I mean, tight enough to be able to pull out, just barely touching it. So we'll just give it a little hand tight snug. Nothing too crazy because it's going into aluminum. You don't want to over tighten aluminum, especially if it's a plastic piece as well. Slide it through. Till it give it a little snug and she's good to go. Same thing for this back one. Only thing difference is we gotta make sure to feed this through this brake line that kind of hoops underneath. So we're gonna go here first, through there, and go through the skinny end. So you got that line there. But you gotta remember, guys, the exhaust manifold is back here, and he did have a good 20-30 minute cruise before you made it to the house.
Well, I let it sit for a while.
That's true, but you still feel the heat coming off of this thing.
These transmissions are, you know, the automatic front wheel drive ones are not the best transmissions. They're good transmissions, but when you start adding power to them, they're gonna start being more fragile, and I guess that can be with any car. But definitely these Volvos, if your wheel speed sensor is bad, what was wrong with this one is turning corners, or... He just burned himself. Yeah, I can get it. Let me put my dinky hands in there, and I'll get it.
It don't make a difference. Isn't no space for
Okay,
gravity.
Mr. Caveman, that's too bright.
Can you see me now?
Hey, don't be like that.
What?
I'll get it. If you burnt yourself, I get it. Said that bolt was hot. I just burnt myself.
You burnt yourself, huh? You just giving me, you know, some stuffings for burning myself.
Wrap it around that hole. There's a little harness plug for like a harness piece that's supposed to sit in. With these transmissions, they are great transmissions. Actually, don't let me sugarcoat it, they're really not. So back in 2000s when these cars first came out, these front wheel drive ones, the automatics, people only had 20,000 miles on these motors and these transmissions, and they were having to bring their cars back for warranty because the transmissions were just so bad. So these are very fragile, especially like I said, when you modify them. If you are having shifting issues, try to look for ABS sensors that may be worn, especially if you're running aftermarket wheels.
Also, guys, from all the research that I have done on Volvos, they recommend changing the transmission fluid every 2 or 3 oil changes.
Okay, so now we're to the point we're gonna use the code scanner. Look at this new light up dash I got. Watch this. Oh yeah, dude, look at the dash. It works perfect.
I see a whole bunch of nothing.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I can't see anything. I can't see my gas. I can't see nothing. Let's read. All right, so you see that. Vehicle speed sensor A circuit low input. It said that a long time ago, but it was weak signal. So obviously you guys could see it wasn't there at all. Code's remaining 0, so it's fixed. It's been cleared. And she's gone. Look at that. There's nothing on the dash and the car's running.
You know what they say in the woods? Like we are? We get her done.
So if you are having those transmission issues and maybe you don't know what's happening, maybe it could be a wheel speed sensor problem, definitely check your codes first. See if you're getting any persisting issues, because any wheel, all 4 wheels will have this issue.
On that note, please tell your friends and family to subscribe to WhipGetters. It's your boy Big Greek, your boy Tyler. We need the love, we need the support, and on that note, yeah.